Shalom, I'm Zev Woskoff.
And I'm Hannah Sprung.
And we're the regional Shlichim from Wisconsin Region BBYO.
This week, we're excited to share with you a moment of Torah in honor of BBYO's Global Shabbat.
This week is a special week for us. On Friday night, over 100 Jewish teens in Wisconsin will gather at houses across the region and celebrate Shabbat together.
And thousands of Jewish teens across the world will gather at the same time to experience our Global Shabbat.
Whether in Toronto or Tampa, Philadelphia or Tel Aviv, Atlanta or London, Miami or right here in Milwaukee, Shabbat comes around every Friday night.
It is one of the great connections between Jews. Shabbat is every week, and without fail, it starts on every Friday evening, starting at sunset, and goes until Saturday night. It allows us all to experience Shabbat in our own way, yet feel a part of something so much larger that is happening throughout the BBYO order and for Jews all around the world.
That sense of connection brings us to the start of this week's Torah portion. Jacob leaves his hometown of Beersheba and goes on a journey. One night, along the way, he sleeps and dreams of a ladder connecting heaven and earth, with angels climbing and descending on it. This connection brings Jacob closer to God.
Now once Jacob arrives in Haran, he works for his uncle Laban. Laban agrees to allow Jacob to marry his daughter, Rachel. However, Jacob must work for Laban tending sheep for 7 years. Jacob works and works for 7 years, and finally the wedding day comes.
But Laban tricks Jacob, and he ends up marrying Laban's oldest daughter, Leah. Jacob is furious and demands to be married to Rachel. Laban agrees to allow Jacob to marry Rachel, the woman he wants, but he must work for Laban for another 7 years.
Throughout those years, Leah gives birth to 6 sons and a daughter, while Rachel never has a child. Instead, Rachel gives Jacob her servant, who has 2 of Jacob's sons, and Leah's servant gives birth to 2 more. Finally, Rachel has a son, Joseph.
Jacob only wants to return home. He wants to bring his large family and his sheep and the money he's earned after working for Laban for 14 years. But Laban persuades him to stay, offering him sheep if he continues to work, and Jacob agrees.
After 6 more years, Jacob sneaks his family and his sheep out of Haran in the middle of the night. But Laban chases after him. When he catches up to Jacob, they make a deal, and Jacob continues with his family onto the Holy Land.
Now, what can we learn from this story?
We learn that in the face of trickery and lies, we have to keep pushing forward. We know there are people in this world that won't always have the best intentions and won't treat us kindly, but we keep doing what we need to do to get where we need to go.
From all of us at BBYO, we wish you
a Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.